This week on Islanders Up to the Minute, the boys hit the road to Quebec. That's right, Chicoutimi, Bay, Como, and Rimouski. How will they fare on the road? Nathan A. Hearns, our Islanders Up to the Minute Charlottetown Islanders correspondent, stops by and we break down all of the games. And the Quebec road trip video, we talked to some of the boys before they left. The Christmas season is upon us, but it's still hockey season, so it's time to get you up to the minute. Islanders Up to the Minute is brought to you by Merlin's Toys, Games, and Collectibles. You game it, we got it. Quebec, Quebec, Quebec. That's right. Chicoutimi is the first stop on this road trip that sees the boys playing 3 straight in the beautiful province. All right. They start out on the power play. It is early in the game, only about 3 minutes in. Great passing, great movement by the puck on Daniel Sprong's part. And Ryan McKinnon will, boom, get the shot from the point. Alexander Goulet puts it home. A beautiful goal, beautiful power play goal. Great start to this trip. You can see Ross on the bench just chirping everybody, but in a good way. And they are all positive. Good job. Alex continues his streak of great play. Oh, wait, we got a fan here up. Oh, well, he's not Hockey Hat Guy. He's much more thinner than Hockey Hat Guy, but I don't know, those dance moves, I don't know, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, let's get on with the game here with, oh boy, big time fights. That's right, Boo Kennedy, Bradley Kennedy, we see him a lot getting into it with the opposition on this trip, and he throws some major punches. This one, I think, was pretty much even Steven, but, you know, Brad gets the takedown, so I got to give him the win without a shadow of a doubt. Great job, Brad, stepping up. I love seeing that. I really, really do. And speaking of stepping up, oh, not too long after that, Ross Johnson, that's right, Sheriff Roscoe gets in it. 6'5" Roscoe versus Halabi, who is 5'10". Halabi gets in there, and I think he realizes that Ross Johnson is the guy that he challenged to fight. It was more of a dance, more of a tussle. There was a few body shots. You can see Ross getting a few in right here. But at the end of the fight, it's really kind of cool, because this is the part of fighting that I actually really do like, is that when the linesmen jump in and tie these guys up, Ross kind of says a few words to him, and it's almost like good job, buddy. You stepped up. You got to give it to Halabi for, well, he needed a step ladder. He didn't have it, but great tussle. Not really a fight, but good job by both guys. And then it's the beginning of the Ranger show. Yes, that's right. Chicoutimi on the move. Nice pass. Nice goal. Yes, Alexander Ranger at 9:51 from Brian Lovell and Hod. Bilia playing a very good game. You're going to see it right here. Brad on the breakaway, a giveaway to a breakaway, and Bilia. I just love saying Hod, but Bilia making a big save. He does a lot of that in this game. And here we go. Oh, who could it be? Oh, yes, Alexander Ranger. That's right. The Alexanders are going crazy in this game, but guess what? We got 1-2, baby. Nope, not that time, though, unfortunately. And here we go. This is another thing that happens in this game. Ross Johnson getting penalty after penalty after penalty. He gets in the face of the goaltender. The player brings a stick up. Ross brings a stick up. And Ross is the only one that gets the penalty. You got to love it. But right after that, Ranger, that's right, the scorer going against gutsy Cam Kiley. Oh, Killer Cam just throwing the punches. I love the tenacity of Kylie this season. It has been really impressive. And you got to give it to Ranger for stepping up, too. He actually gets a few in there. This is a tough one to call, folks, but, you know, I got to give it to Cam. I mean, he got the helmet off, but Ranger, the scorer. Oh, man, what a game this guy has. You will find out as it goes on. Before the end of the first period, at 1954, Alexander Goulet gets his second of the game. So Ranger with 2, Goulet with 2. This is one wild period. The referees were making a few suspect calls, but I must say the first period was enjoyable. 2-2 at the end of the first. Both Ranger and Goulet with 2 goals each. Couple fights in that first period too. Very entertaining. 9 shots apiece. There was a lot of skating, a lot of fast movement, and of course, like you saw, lots of fights. That brings us to the second period of play. Boom. Brian Lovell from, yes, Alexander Ranger and Laurent Dauphin. Beautiful goal at 5:28. Alexander Goulet comes in, gets hacked a little bit. Billy is there. No call. But they do not step back. Rumming up right now. This is great. Again, Goulet and McKinnon and Sprong very well. Beautiful pass. McKinnon, Sprong, great shot. That is a goal scorer's goal. That's why he's touted so much. What a snapshot by Daniel Sprong at 12:03 on the power play. But guess what? Oh, this was a rough one. The defense breaks down. Mace loses it. And Chicoutimi's Lepin gets a nice little move and puts it home. They're still going to keep going, folks. Yes, one straight from the point. That is Rousey at 16:40, his 4th of the season. Oh, boy. Not having the greatest night, unfortunately, but it wasn't a horrible performance. I cannot say that. It was just, there was a few hiccups. Alexander Goulet breaking in. Look at this goal. That was a beauty. That's a highlight reel goal. We are going to see that one over and over again on the highlight reel. You will see it on Inside the Islanders. Islanders up to the minute, excuse me. And beautiful goal by Alex Goulet. Crazy second period, 5-4 for Chicoutimi over your Charlottetown Islanders. The insanity will continue and be upped going into the third. Shots 15 apiece in that period, so we are even Steven in the shots after 2. Chicoutimi coming out, the fans giving them some love, pounding them on the shoulders. Get out there, soldiers, and get to business. Bilia, of course, is standing tall during this game, but Chicoutimi, they're doing what they do. They're back playing hard. But, oh, let's see what happens here, people. Oh, yes, that is not good. Alexander Ranger, of course, hat trick on the night. And that's the end of the night for Mason McDonald. And then, yet again, we see another goal. This time, it is Lovell. All right. People are getting in each other's faces yet again. Oh, what a surprise here. Who could it be? Oh, wow, it's Oliver Cooper. He is going to throw down, and this was quite the fight. Now, watch when Cooper hits the helmet, and watch what happens. Boom, boom, and the helmet will end up going off of Lovell's head. Now, when this was a good fight. Like this one, they got some good shots. It wasn't a high-paced fight, but there was some good shots. Look at Lovell's head. He's got a hematoma growing on his left temple. Unbelievable. He gets into the box. Look at his teammates' reaction. It is too funny. He's like, what the heck is on your head, dude? Lovell is trying to figure out what's going on. Looks over at the bench. He's got this hematoma growing. Cooper can throw him, destroys the helmet, and Lovell's head. Chicoutimi continues to fire hard And guess what? It is Alexander Roger, fourth of the night, 4 goals, 1 assist. Unbelievable. The Islanders get in there. Goulet with a big shot, big save. Billy standing tall, and it was hard to watch this game at times because of just what was going on. And hey, well, who could it be? Oh, it's a Boo beatdown, baby. Boo Kennedy throwing him hard again. Second fight of the night. Unbelievable. He just cannot stop. He cannot resist dropping the gloves lately. And there was a few shots he got in, but hard one to call here. A couple shots at the end. And the Chicoutimi player there, dude, man, he did pretty good. It was a fight, but no damage done there. That's right, Alexander Roger, your number 1 star. It was the Ranger Danger show in Chicoutimi. The referees dictated the play. Unfortunately, 8-5 is the final score. Not a great start, but I must say a crazy game. And the referees, I still can't figure this one out. 11-7, the shots in that third period for the Charlottetown Islanders. They outshot Chicoutimi. That's right. 35-31. Hard to believe. That was one of the craziest games I've seen in a long, long time. Power play, 4 for 10 for the Islanders, 1 for 5 for Chicoutimi. You cannot say that the Islanders were not doing good on the special teams this night. And the penalty minutes says it all. 92 total. 51 for Chicoutimi, 41 for the Charlottetown Islanders. Time to go to Baie-Comeau to play the Drakkar. That is right. Daryl McCollum gets the start this night. Mason getting the night off. And Philip Gattare for the Drakkar. This was a pretty good one to start off. But Drakkar moving hard, moving fast. Watch this save. Boom. Beautiful save. Holy. Daryl D. Mac is up on his game. Sprong snaps it. Gattare seeing the puck as well. This was a very good start to the game. Both goaltenders on top of it. Alex driving to the net. Very hard, but no score at the end of the first period with Baie-Comeau. And the Charlottetown Islanders, the goaltenders were standing tall. Daryl McCollum definitely played incredibly well. Shots only 10-8 in favor of the Drakkar. Second period action, we see the Drakkar starting off fast and hard. Daryl gets the first big save, the second save, tweaks himself a little bit. Captain Mac comes over, asks him, how you doing? Daryl's tough. We know that. McCollum standing tall, making the big saves to start it off. But unfortunately, he can't stop them all. Dives across. Nobody there to get the man. Poulet scores at 6:09 into the second period, and it won't stop there. They continue to press hard. The Drakkar, a shot. Ciampini. He gets the rebound. He picks up the garbage and puts it into the net. 2-0. That's at 7:29 of the second period for him. And you know what? It was one of those games where it was decided by one team. 2-0. In the second period, the Drakkar came out and took over this game. McCollum could not stop all the great shots that were getting thrown at him, but the Islanders actually did outshoot the Drakkar 11-8. Very bizarre, but it's the good shots that go in. Fight drop, boom. Duchesne drops the fight and gets dropped. Nice try there, Lucky Luke, but you weren't so lucky on that one. You might have tripped up a little bit on that one as well. So it's one of those ones I think you probably want to have back for sure. Anyway, here we go. We continue on that third period. Boom, goal by St. Cyr at 15 minutes into the third period. It was a good goal. Imama with that assist. I love saying that name, Imama, and I get to say it again. a weird one. I don't know what happened here with this puck, how it got by everybody. I don't think Amama knows how it went in the net, and he does not care. 10th goal of the season at 17:35 of the third period. Daryl McCollum had a very solid game, but the guys in front of him were lacking a little bit. It's too bad. Maybe they were tired. 5-0, the Dakar over the Charlottetown Islanders. It was a tough pill to swallow, but they were playing a much better team on this night. Shots 7 apiece in that third period. So the final shot total for this game is, yes, the Islanders out shooting 26-25. They got one more extra. Interesting all the way. Let's take a look at the power play. Well, no goals on the power play. 0-for-3 for the Islanders. 0-for-2 for the Dakar on a night where this team just wasn't here. 11-9 in the penalty minutes for the Dakar. Tough one, but one more to go. All right, it is time to face the number one team in the league, Rimouski. Mason McDonald back in the net, and this game got off on a good note. Yes, a fight. You thought I was going to say goal. Wrong. Watch this one. Samuel Guibault. That's right. Did you think I was going to say someone else? Guibault gets clocked, unfortunately, at the end, but he is still feisty. He drops the gloves with Moreau early in the game, 9:05 in, and right after that, well, actually a few minutes later, Sprong snaps it at 16:57 from Kylie and Guibault. What a period for Guibault. Great shot by Sprong. Sprong having a really good road trip here. A lot of people say that he's not as good as he was last year. Well, I think this road trip tells you differently. First period action, 1-0 for the Charlottetown Islanders. Remember, Rimouski, the number one team in the queue. They are coming back hard, 10-7 the shots. The Islanders really dictating the play in that first period, looking like a top-notch team against the top team. Second period action starts off. Guess who? Who could it be? Oh, you know who's going to score this goal. Boom. Daniel Sprong cleans up the mess from a Weber shot. Great shot by Weber. Weber also had a very good game on the road here in Rimouski. Daniel Sprong, second of the night, 1:03 in. That was all she wrote for the second period. 2-0 Daniel Sprong over the Rimouski Oceanic. Beautiful plays by Daniel Sprong and the rest of the team. Shots 10-7. And the Islanders dominating this team. It was great to see. Holy beautiful. I loved it. All right. Let's keep her going. And we're in that third period action. It's Julian A. Vaughn. Boom. Shorthanded goal. One I think Tremblay would love to have back, but nevertheless, shorthanded goal by Avon. It was a good shot, but Tremblay missed it a little bit there. That's not good. Not long after that, Goulet snaps another one. Top corner, beautiful shot. That was a 1:45 from Getson of the third period. Tremblay, another one I think he would want to have back because that was all she wrote for Tremblay. Philip Desrochers comes into the game, and tough one for Tremblay to swallow those last two goals. But Rimouski did come back, as you are going to see later. But first, guess what? Oh, what? A fight? No, not on this road trip. It couldn't be. Watch the frickin' fight going on here. Oh, this is Rock'em Sock'em. This is what this is. Guy and Couture are throwing them like no tomorrow. Guy gets the win for sure because you're going to get a look at Couture's face after this unbelievable fight. I loved it. Look at the blood coming down the face of Couture. He is busted wide open. Guy smacks him hardcore. What a fight. But guess what? We got another one coming. Another heavyweight tilt. Bradley Boo Kennedy, his third. The Boo beatdown tour continues. as he is. I mean, this is his third fight in the 3 games. I love it. Look at this, the scrap back and forth, back and forth. Boo is actually getting beat, but he comes back with a few shots. And I got to give him credit. He really takes it. Now, why the linesmen are not jumping in here, I have no idea. The jersey over the head, you can't see what he's doing. Boo is just beating the crap out of him. And I don't know. I just don't understand why the linesmen didn't jump in. But nevertheless, it was quite the fight and quite the night. But guess what? This was not all Charlottetown. Rimouski in the second half of the third come back with a vengeance. They get a goal on Mason McDonald. That's right, Samuel Labarge from Moreau at 16:37. It's not too little too late, especially when you're playing against the number 1 team, because we get to see another goal scored. Oh boy, that's right. And hey, it's not over yet. It is not over yet at all, because it is now 4-2. This game is definitely not over. Rimouski's turning the tide. The Islanders are still playing okay hockey, but they kind of pulled back a little bit. They took their foot off the gas a tad, and Rimouski saw the opportunity and were pressing hard. That's why they're the number 1 team. Empty net goal by Henley. 5-2. They hang on, make a big time victory. Oh, baby. What a way to go out on this road trip. The shots in that period were 13-10 because of that last lunge by the Rimouski Oceanic. Shot total, though, 30-27 for your Charlottetown Islanders. What a road trip. What a way to end the road trip. All 3 games very, very different. 0 for 3 on the power play. 0 for 8 for the Oceanic. Oh, too many penalties taken by the Islanders, but their penalty kill was top notch on this night. Penalty in minutes. Woohoo! 35 for the Islanders, 25 for the Oceanic. What a game. What a road trip. Awesome stuff. Let's set you up with the current stats as of December the 18th, before the Halifax game. 35 games played, 34 points. The boys are under 500, but let's hope they turn it around soon. Maritimes division, they're 4th in the division, 14th overall going into Thursday's game. And let's take a look at the top scorers on the team. Philippe Chalapik with the top-notch 40 points for the rookie. Beautiful. Daniel Sprong right behind him with 38. Alex Goulet with 30 points. Cameron Kiley, 21, having a very solid season. And the assist man, McKinnon. McKinnon has been a great pickup for the Charlottetown Islanders. It'll be great to see Chalapik back playing for the Charlottetown Islanders after Christmas, but I think it's going to be the top 3 there are going to be fighting hard for that top spot. All right, we are going across the universe, and of course we have to stop in and talk to our Islanders up to the minute Charlottetown Islanders correspondent, Nathan Ahern. How is it doing, buddy?
It's doing pretty good. Thanks for having me on.
All right, let's go to the first game. It was the big Quebec road trip, and it really looked like a tough road for the Islanders, but it actually ended up being a bizarre road for the Islanders. Let's start Thursday night, December 11th, 2014. The Islanders go to Chicoutimi. And Nate, what did you think of this bizarre game?
Oh, geez, where do I start?
Anywhere. The refs.
Yeah, well, I know I saw a few tweets on the Twitter about the whole, questionable calls and whatnot, or missed calls, I should say. But it was just a weird game. Like, shot for shot, we were always in it. I think our goaltenders, they had some unlucky bounces and they were on the bad end of a few plays, but we were able to score a few ourselves. But I mean, you're not going to get too many 8-5 games.
Well, it was one of those games where like I thought the first period like shots were 9-9. We saw both Alexanders, Alexander Roger and our Alexander Goulet, getting 2 goals each. I thought Mason played okay in the first period. He made a couple big saves. It did seem that Bilia was the better of the two goaltenders in this entire game, but really after that first period, it didn't seem like that the refs were really dictating the pace. But when we got to that second period, it really seemed like the referees were taking over, and especially Ryan Johnson. Excuse me, Ross Johnson. I got two players mixed up here. Our assistant captain Ross Johnson, Sheriff Roscoe. I don't know about you, but it seemed like he was getting targeted a bit.
I think he was getting picked on quite a bit this whole road trip, to be honest.
Now, the one thing on in this series that I will talk about is the amount of fights, and there were a few fights in this game. Specifically, Brad Kennedy seemed to fight a lot. He had 3 fights in this series, 2 in this game alone. What are your thoughts on Brad Kennedy's play?
Well, he's definitely stepped up his punching game a bit. That was for sure. I mean, it's good to see that we won't just look back down and take whatever the opposition gives us, but he's doing pretty well for himself. You know, he's no lightweight.
The final score was 8-5, but you look at the shots, 35-31. All right, let's go to Friday, December the 12th, and we are going to see the boys going up to Bay Como, and a team that actually has a much better record than Chicoutimi. Bay Como, no slouches here, and they proved themselves without a shadow of a doubt that they were the better team on this night. What do you think, Nate?
It's really tough to argue. I mean, just like the Chicoutimi game, the shots were there, but I think the 5-on-5 effort, we really got to start working on those things because our penalty kill was fine. We killed, it was 2 for 2 for the night, and even though our power play didn't score, it's just the 5-on-5 play I think hurts us more than we realize because our penalty kill has been really outstanding. Our power play hasn't been that bad, but I thought McCollum played probably MVP of the game for our team at least, and he looked pretty decent. But Bay Como, they have a really strong team there.
Now, I found watching this game that the Islanders, I don't know if they were tired or if they were just not skating as a cohesive unit, but they just didn't seem to be up to the level that Bay Como was. What are your thoughts, buddy?
Yeah, I noticed that. Like, we weren't really winning all the battles. We weren't really, digging for it in the corners. It looked like we were getting beat to all the chances. I mean, we were still able to put up the shot totals, but
Mm-hmm.
their goaltender had a really strong night. And sometimes, we make goaltenders look like they have strong nights. So it's pretty consistent with what happens sometimes.
And that is a good point, man. That is a really good point. So as you mentioned, the shot total was on the Islanders' favor. There was 26-25, and it was a 5-0 shutout. All right, let's go to Sunday night's game. I think Nate and I are both going to start smiling because Charlottetown goes into Rimouski. Now, I'll have to admit, before I get into this, I was incredibly worried playing this team. This team, even though they're missing a few of their players because of the World Juniors, they're the #1 team in the league. After that Bay Como game, I thought, even bringing Mason back in, there was no way we're going to even be in their league. What do you think?
Well, I thought we might have been able to, get a few points this weekend, but I didn't think any of them were going to come against Rimouski, especially being at that home game in Charlottetown where they beat us, what was it, 7-1, 7-2?
Oh yeah.
But it was pretty rough, and I think maybe Rimouski possibly looking at, how many goals were scored upon us the 2 games previous, and I think they might have took us a little lightly because they definitely stepped up their game, I think, in the third period, but definitely not enough to change the outcome because the Islanders kept on pouring it on.
And the Islanders played just a spectacular game. Really, yeah, like you said, for that last part of that third period, they did come back. But the Islanders, in my opinion, played the best team game of the season. I have not seen a game where all the Islanders seem to be chipping in, doing their job. They were communicating well with passes on the defense, the goaltender and the defenseman. Everybody seemed to be on the same page. And I really believe that they showed, hey, we do have a talented team here. We have a talented team enough that can beat the #1 team overall. What do you think, Nate?
Oh no, definitely. And one of the stats that I like is that we were actually out hitting them 20-8. So we were bringing it in all facets that night for sure.
So Nate, this 3-game road trip, how would you summarize this road trip? And do you think it was a team building trip, or do you think they got knocked down a few notches?
It's really tough because they started off and the first 2 games were really rough in our end, and I was shaking my head at most points during it. But you never take the lows too lows or the highs too high. I think losing, for a young team, it's good for the team and team building, and really getting that last game in Rimouski. I think that was just the icing on the cake for them. I think that win there meant more to them than any other win they could have had all weekend.
Okay, Nate, where can we find you on the internet?
Well, you can find me at Twitter at Determinathan. You can also find me time to time on Islanders Country writing my stuff for Nolan. And you can also check out my own blog. It's called The Flying Poke Check. You can find that at theflyingpokecheck.wordpress.com. You'll also see me posting stuff there about the National Hockey League, the Q, fantasy hockey, all types of stuff there.
Okay, Nathan, and that is Nathan A. Hearn. That is our Islanders Up to the Minute Charlottetown Islanders correspondent. Thanks for coming to the show, buddy.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Hi, welcome to Merlin. You game it, we got it.
At Merlin's, we have Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, role-playing games, card games, video games, dice games, collectibles, toys, board games, and miniatures. Merlin's Toys, Games, and Collectibles, located at the Maypoint Plaza. Open 7 days a week. You want to call us at 902-367-3607 or email Merlin directly at merlin@merlins.ca. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Merlin's Toys, Games, and Collectibles. You game it, we got it.
It's fantastic.
It's pretty important. I mean, we're facing 3 really good teams, and it's the last miles before Christmas. And after Christmas, we always like to turn the page, and we just want to finish our trip in our first part of the season on a good page.
Yeah, 3 big games, 3 tough buildings to play in, but we're ready for the challenge and looking to build off last game.
Okay, good luck, man.
Thanks.
Take it easy.
Yeah, very good. We got to win those games at Quebec before Christmas. Important.
Did you get all the ice out of your helmet?
Sorry?
Did you get all the ice out of your helmet?
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, Goon's funny guy, eh?
What a card. By the way, congratulations on that big goal.
Thanks.
That was sweet, man. That was really sweet.
Thanks.
So you guys looking forward to the big road trip?
Yeah, especially after that big win.
Yeah.
Looking to win some more games.
So it's going to fuel you and you're going to score another shootout goal then?
I hope so.
All right. Good luck, man. Good luck.
All right, thanks.
Okay, take it easy. Thanks a lot.
Big road trip, we're excited. Team builder. It's always fun, good competition this weekend too.
This week's Warrior of the Week is brought to you by EV Bead Sprites. Brighten up your life with EV Bead Sprites. It was a tough call, but Daniel Sprong is this week's Warrior of the Week. 3 goals, 2 assists in 3 games on that Quebec Roadie. Great job, Daniel. You are our Warrior of the Week. The Mooseheads are coming to Charlottetown. That's right, I mentioned before. Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastling Center. Buy your tickets now. The Moose charge over the bridge, but the Islanders will protect it. And head-to-head returns. Team Sprong versus Team Mason. What are they doing this time? You will have to wait and find out. And Inside the Islanders with Grant Saunier, where they will be talking about the upcoming trade period. Islanders Up to the Minute will return in 2 weeks. We're not going to be on next week because of the Christmas season. That's right. But we want to wish you all a Merry, Merry Christmas and can't wait to ring in the new year with you, the great Charlottetown Islanders fans and fans of the Q. So until next time, keep your stick on the ice and don't get stuck. Boom. Congratulations to Daniel Sprung and Philippe Schlappig for getting picked for the Top Prospects game. Team Cherry. Make the island proud, boys.